Why do I love clay? Because it's a medium that really works for me. I love texture.
I love the dirt. I love it. I love the feel.
Inanimate objects have that power about them, that sense of desire. So, yeah.
There's a life in it. It has a soul.
The fact that people can touch it is an important part. I like people to feel free to be able to pick up my work. If it falls on the ground, it doesn't really matter, you can make some more.
Yeah, my work does reference food a lot, I think, and quite often people will say, oh wow, that reminds me of lollies I used to buy.
I find using handmade ceramics really enriching. I think for handmade things, everything that's made is unique because you can't really recreate it. Even though it might look similar, it never looks the same. It's never the same, even if it's minor.
I've been able to interpret sculptural pieces from wheel throwing simply because, you know, I can just see the beauty in the process of essentially the spiral that the wheel forces you to make. And you know, I just spent ages playing around with my finger on a wet wheel, making different spiral designs into the wheel head, getting entranced by that. So the whole beauty of watching someone make a pot, that instant exchange is something that's always captured my imagination and drew me to ceramics like it does a lot of people.
Vessels have been used forever and a day. Vessels are used for ceremonies, eating, drinking wine. I like wine.
I think the vessel shapes make my work not so much more accessible, but they disarm people a bit more. So I found that Judith Wright had written love letters to nugget combs for 25 years, and that really interested me, and I thought, oh, that's a great starting place. Because the love letters, you know, these things that I'm studying are love letters, and they've been secret for 25 years, which is a long time to have a secret, isn't it, really? I mean, well, if you look inside, what a great place to keep a secret, you know? Like I was thinking, a vessel with a lid, it kind of relays the idea of, here are my secrets inside me. I've kept them inside for 25 years.
My work for Objects of Desire is based on a death wreath. It's sort of like the idea of memento mori, but not so much just death as end, but death as part of the cycle. I've battled with depression since I was quite young, maybe before I was a teenager, and so I have thought about death quite a lot. And it's not always in a morbid way. There's always an object in the centre, so that the centre is death and what radiates out from that. And it's a celebration.
These pieces here are depicting the mangrove in an abstract form. Yeah, the landscape's important to me. I love the land. I love the quietness of the land, the colours. Everything's been put before us. We just take from that what we want and then put it into our own interpretation.
There is a connection with what I enjoy looking at outside. I've got a lot of pebbles in the garden, and I love the look of pebbles and stones and things, and so there is that connection. Nerakomi is a Japanese word In fact, the Japanese really invented, if that's the right word, this whole sort of layering of colours and lamination process. I'm sure you're going to ask me a question about what's my favourite activity in the studio, and it's just coming up. It's when I reveal to myself the pattern. I sort of know what the pattern will look like. I know what the colours will look like, but I don't really know what's happened in terms of the mix of the logs. And so in a moment I'm going to cut through it and I'm just going to go, oh, I really like that. And here's the big reveal.
I guess you strive to make something that is desirable, or it's something that you want to bring into existence. I guess everybody who starts learning ceramics sooner or later realises that it's Pandora's box. It's an incredibly complicated skill set to get your head around.
To create something that is meaningful to me, first of all, but then I know that will translate to something meaningful to other people. I'm always really happy when people get it.